His beard is bad.
What does he look like? Let me see him.
We looked at him last time.
In the back of a cop car. That was a different picture.
Oh, he's got like the kind of Muslim beard, like no mustache, all beard.
I was thinking Amish, but yeah. Kirk, look.
Oh yeah, definitely. He looks
just
like
the chin neck beard.
Yeah, he looks like his favorite band's Mudvayne.
So what do you call that when the Amish they'll take off when they turn 18?
Not Yom Kippur. It's
yeah.
No, it's Young Springer.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So he was on a Young Springer for the first time, and he just went haywire.
Like he's like, I can't handle it.
See,
this is too much temptation.
This is what's annoying here.
This is the Yum Springer youth.
Fruit and the fruit. The brute and the fruit. The brute and the fruit. The brute.
The fruit and the fruit.
So what I want to know is, did this guy actually get to have sex with the massage therapist ladies, or was he just fantasizing about it?
Yeah, that's interesting.
It was just a temptation.
Yeah, he was a patron of these places. They said.
Yeah.
But
the cops at least said 2 of them he was a patron of.
A patron as somebody who is receiving a massage, or somebody who's receiving more?
He wasn't donating to their fucking online Patreon account. Yeah, he's going there. He's going to get whatever they were doing there.
He says it was sex, basically, by saying they were, a sexual tempt. What if they weren't? What if they were just giving him regular massages?
They probably were.
And he was just like, I can't handle it. Don't touch me.
This is the guy who lived in...
It's too sexual.
No!
Sir!
No! Sir!
This is the guy who was in M. Night Shyamalan's The Village. And then he wandered over into downtown Atlanta, and just there's Asian massage parlors everywhere.
He got off the compound of the Village. He's just walking around in like medieval clothes. He's got the beard going.
I've never walked quite this far before. He's looking for firewood.
He was wearing glasses
and rabbit pelts.
He just fell into glasses. All of a sudden he had glasses. All of a sudden he had modern clothes. And
these carriage pathways there's some hard kind of rock sediment on top. It's smooth. It's called pavement, Robert. It's pavement.
This giant motorized box goes by on 4 wheels.
That's what happened. The guy was just scared to death.
It's okay, Robert.
It's like someone waking up from a coma after so many years. He's just scared to death. He started freaking out.
I like the idea of showing Robert Aaron Long from what was
the Village?
From the Village around. I'm just like, this is called a TV. It's okay.
There's a person in that box.
They're just pictures. What's a picture?
How did you get them in there? How did you get them in there? I will get you out of there. I will get you out of there.
Robert, all right.
It's fine. Here, let me take you a place. I'll calm you down.
We'll get you a massage.
Shit, man, you're so tense, dog. We didn't get you a massage. We get you a rub down. A rub down.
This is what we need to find. There was an accomplice who showed him around after he escaped the village. And they introduced him to massage too early.
There's a man who burned his village to the ground because he's a psycho. And then he just wanders aimlessly towards just wherever, east, until he finally comes across Atlanta.
Oh, his rum springer was not.
And this vagabond on the street just wants to show him around.
Trying to be nice. You look lost, kid. Come on.
What you doing?
What you doing? Let me show you this. This is called TV. Oh shit!
He just starts shaking.
Oh. I guess to wrap up this whole bullshit, we'll have to keep an eye on this, because I really think
would like to see if there's evidence.
Yeah, I'd like to see if there's evidence, and then we'll say, okay, I was wrong. But I just feel like you cannot just label You know what I mean?
You can't
Because
just label it a
it's
hate
such a
crime.
slippery slope.
Right.
What if you tail you?
It's
you,
kind of, but that's where I was thinking, like, he killed 8 people. Like, you're not
But-
going to probably get charged with a hate crime if you don't do something terrible.
But you set the precedent, and then now it's like they had no evidence that it was
Right. That was it was
at
it
least
was
right now.
racially motivated.
Right now, as they're painting the picture, there's no extra evidence to show that it was racially motivated, other than speculation from the media.
Yes.
And then then it's just like it can get
It
to
is
this
disturbing how
ridiculous
the
point.
media is now, seems like, unless they have evidence we don't know about, influencing an prosecution.
Oh yeah,
Right. Yeah.
But they've been doing that for years.
Yes, and
Right.
as jurors, they sort of have this pressure on them to be
Yep.
like, it is a hate crime. Yeah, it's a hate crime.
Right.
So if they don't, then they're kind of making it.
Then all of a sudden,
it'll
their
be- it'll
shit
be
shows
skewed.
up on a Reddit website somewhere.
It'll be
and
skewed as they're
fucking
they're trying to protect this
Reddit
guy.
chat room, and then next thing you know, they're fucking disappeared.
And
got
they're like,
two-
no, we said we
Suicide
wanted life.
suicide in a bathtub with 2 bullet holes in their head. kinda
Yeah, in the
shit.
back of their head,
Yeah.
and there's in a duffel bag.
They shot themselves in the back of the head twice
Mm-hmm.
and then buried themselves.
Yeah, broke their own spine with a hammer.
Stabbed
What a
himself to
shame.
death with what looks like a tiny pocket knife of some sort.
Really hated themselves.
85 stab wounds.
It's a really common death among jurors in Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh god.
All right, should we move on?
Sure.
All right, here's one that you sent me earlier. I think this will ease the mood.
Is this what I think it is? I hope it is.
It should be. I think this is a good transition. People in India
Yep.
warned
Uh-oh.
smearing themselves in cow poo will not fight COVID.
Oh.
See, this is something I was always unsure about.
Well, they think
I'm
cows
gonna be
are
asking
holy,
you.
right?
I see. Yeah, that.
How's a person to know? We're not doctors.
Well,
Yeah, usually Indians are doctors, so you would think
Oh,
they'd
yeah.
probably know.
Right.
They'd know
Here in
best.
America.
I see 500 million of them smearing themselves in
Yeah.
cow shit. I'm like, these people have the right idea.
Yeah, I
They're
my
mostly
instinct. That was
doctors
my
from my
instinct
experience.
when I heard about coronavirus. I was like, oh shit. But I mean, that just
You
shows
have
how
the mind of a
bad.
doctor.
That just shows how bad everything's going over there. They have like 20 million cases of the coronavirus right now, and like,
well, I'm just confused. Like, if it's cow poop, that's holy, and that's why. Well, I don't know if that's why they think it is, but
Yeah.
if it's holy, why weren't you smearing cow shit on yourself this
All
whole
the time in general.
Well, so
to protect yourself from the flu.
So I read what they said they're doing. They're taking cow shit and piss, and they're smearing it all over their bodies, and then they like hug up against the cows, and they like rub up against them, and then they wash themselves off with milk and buttermilk.
Wow.
Oh, that sounds
These
pretty
cows are
nice,
just like, get my
actually.
shit off of me.
Yeah,
You don't see me rolling around on my own shit.
yeah. This is, but like, I want to know.
I like the milk.
I want to know, like, I guess what I want to know is that how bad it is over there with coronavirus? Or is that just how easy it is for, like, bullshit to spread to other people?
Literally.
Literally.
Or is this just something that they do?
Both
Have
things
they
are
always
spreading very quickly. Coronavirus and
Now, and also, is this like is this a big thing? Like, are they all doing it? Like, they're in downtown, the big cities or whatever. They're in the most sophisticated part of India, rubbing cow shit on themselves, or is this like on the outlying areas? Are these the same people that rub their self in cow shit during the winter because people are catching the flu?
Well, I'm
Or you
very
start to
curious.
sneeze.
Is there more in the article?
Well, let's find out.
Dude, there's so many people in India.
Ton.
Like,
There's
like
a billion people.
over
Yeah.
a billion people. So if you do the math to get going, a billion people divided by 20 million, really, how many cases is that?
Well-
Percentage wise.
Well,
You know
here,
what I mean?
3,
Like, think about
5, 7. I'm sorry. I'll look it up.
but like if
So 1 billion is 1.
and they might be over a billion. They might be like 1.5.
They are. Last time we've done this before.
One with 9 zeros.
And that's when we found out some other country sizes.
Oh, that's right. We have done.
Yeah,
We are always coming back to this.
Rerun. You've tuned into a Brute in the Fruit rerun. Enjoy.
1.366 billion.
Okay, 1.33. Okay.
Okay.
Now
Now
20 million of those people have coronavirus. 200,000 of those people have died. What's the percentage?
Well, they say in the United States, 500,000 people have died with only our 330 million.
And they're in chaos over in India, and they have
they're stacked on top of
they have
each other.
no vaccination plans. Now, here's another question I want to ask.
Well, they got cow shit.
Their graph does look bad, just in the rate of climb.
Well, yeah,
But I'm trying to find
But long term,
cases. 23 million recovered. 19 million.
Well, it says here. I guess this is how they.
and they're
That's
not.
200
And there are some deaths that they're not counting.
Deaths.
But I want to know
250,000. There's going to be so many uncounted and
from being a person who's delivered furniture in the past to all different races, shapes, and sizes. When I've gone to particular Indian houses in the past, they've had multiple generations in there. So
Yes, I have.
Is this
Same experience.
is this a situation like Italy,
Right.
where you have three or four generations in a household, so no wonder why shit's spreading? Or is it also the fact that you have a civilization that believes that if you smear cow shit and piss all over yourself, that you're going to get rid of this flu?
It looks like the death rate so far from these numbers that I have available is like 1.83%.
Oh,
That's not bad.
Actually,
worse
no,
than
I
us.
think I'm doing this wrong.
Let's
Well,
It's
here,
gonna be
but hold
less
on.
than
Let's look at this. If
Well-
they have 1 billion people about in India,
let's just say 1.4 billion people.
1.4 billion people, and 250,000 deaths
Yes.
from coronavirus.
But
We
there
have-
are deaths that are not counted.
Well, that's what they
There are
said.
a lot of
Experts
uncounted
say
deaths.
true figures could be some 5 or 10 times higher. I guess that's how they.
Okay,
get
fine.
around.
Then give them the benefit of the doubt. 10 times higher, 2 million,
Yeah,
right? Or is that 20 million?
It's just
that would be 200,000. So times 10 would be
2 million.
2 million.
2 million.
Yeah.
250.
So 2 million minus from 1.4 billion. Still not
Oh.
much.
Here's the problem. I had e to the -4 in there. Okay, 1 billion. Let me get this right.
1.4 billion.
So I'm just doing 1366.
Okay.
11366, and then I go 123 123. So that billion is like there's
Yes.
9 zeros after.
Right. So
a
now
1
if you
billion.
take 2 million off of that, that means that 334 million people don't have coronavirus.
It
over
just seemed like
Yeah.
this is less than 1%.
there. Yeah, definitely.
It's like
Well-
0.18%.
0.18%. Okay.
Well,
So that's pretty close to what like the numbers are here, really.
I thought ours were
A little bit
lot
less than
worse.
that. I thought ours was like a point. Oh, you're right. It's because ours is like 0.3 or 0.4, right?
I thought ours was like between 1 and 2%.
oh, the death rate?
Yeah.
No, it's like 0.4%. It has a 99.6% survival rate, at least here in the United States.
Do we got those numbers official? Can we get those?
I'm working on it.
Oh,
All right,
Keep reading your
fax machine.
article.
All right. Patients across the country facing major shortages of hospital beds, oxygen, and medicines, leaving many to die because of a lack of treatment. You'd think they'd have more hospitals over there. In the western state
Welcome
of
here to Big Doctors.
Gujarat, I know
we've
they're
had-
all over here. We need to send them back over there to take care of them.
Yeah.
We've had 582,000 deaths.
Yeah,
And our population, I believe, is like 330 million.
something like that. Yeah.
So our death rate is higher than theirs. But we may be we multiplied their official one by 10. Right?
Yes.
Well, yes, we even gave them more.
Yeah, we gave them more deaths.
Gave them more deaths.
It's just what they wanted.
That's the help. We're trying to help the
Mhm,
stats.
we're trying-
They're trying to
yeah.
spread us.
This is
We're very
good for
charitable
you.
here at the Brute and the Fruit.
Yeah. You see that? We're applying a handicap to ourselves for you.
That's
So
right.
330 million would be 330 000
000.
000.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so yeah, ours is 0.18. It's like almost identical death rate.
Well, Fatso said so.
Yep.
Slightly
yeah, if you-
lower, but
Yeah, if you were going to multiply theirs by 10, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here.
Legend has it there's a place out west where you can order a cheeseburger and chicken fried steak at 3 in the morning. A place where the bartenders are old school and they unapologetically free pour cocktails in a bar where it's always happy hour. Well, folks, it turns out the legend is real. Don's Restaurant and Lounge has been a staple of Marysville, Washington since 1972, and the vintage decor reflects our dedication to maintaining that feeling of living in a simpler time. The dated dim light fixtures and the imperfect upholstery transport you back to a time where women were women and men were men, and anyone in between was committed. Our no-nonsense bartenders are sure to slay you with their small-town charm and beautifully imbalanced cocktails, and with Don's no-cutoffs policy, you can drink to your little heart's desire. No one's gonna tell you that you've had too much. So come on down to Don's Restaurant, located off I-5 exit 199 in Marysville. We have ample parking, great food, better drinks, and we're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I drove past Boom City, and they had like some fucking cardboard signs like COVID vaccines, pull on in, no wait. I'm just thinking, how do you trust that? How do you know it's not just some guy with like fucking just sitting out there with syringes just going like, all right, here you go. Like,
And some insulin for you?
Here you go.
No, wait, no,
a little bit
insulin's
of
too
this,
expensive.
a little bit of that. It's like, yeah, you know what? I just got my COVID shot. I was at the job site, went to the porta potty. There was a guy in there like, hey, you want your COVID shot? And I was like, sure. He's like, all right, pull it down. I'm going to put it in your dick. I'm like, you put it in your dick? He's like, yeah, it's a good one. We put it in your dick. And I was like, all right. So he took the needle.
Johnson.
Yeah,
Not
I got the Johnson one.
Johnson.
I got the Johnson COVID vaccination. And
You got Johnson in Johnson.
He got Johnson. He put it into my dick. He actually into the tip of the dick.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That's called sounding.
Yeah, and it was not pleasant at all.
How was your pee afterward?
It stung.
Oh.
It stung.
See,
I go back for my next shot.
Yeah, you gotta get the second
I
dose.
gotta get the second dose of the Johnson.
And then
that one goes. He said that one goes in your ass though, like a tetanus shot.
And then it's 50% effective.
Yeah. And then you
for
get
the
a
next 6 months, so you got to go back for a
gotta
third
get a
one.
booster. Gotta get a booster
booster.
every 3 weeks. I have to get a booster.
Oh, wow.
Well,
I
it
have to
costs
go-
you $20 a shot.
Yeah. I think I go to the Granite Falls Buzz Inn for one of my boosters, the Leon's bathroom
That's where my
for
stepmom
another,
went, was the Buzz Inn.
and then I go under the
Eagles?
overpass. No, I go under the overpass there down by the Quilceda Creek Casino.
Oh.
And just a guy, he's got a nice setup there with a.
Are the
a
rest
tarp.
of them in the butt?
Yes, yeah, the rest of them. No, those are the booster shots. My second dose is in the butt. The booster shots, who knows where they're gonna put those? I don't even know.
Could be your mouth. You know.
But yeah, did you see that though? There's an article I sent you. I know I'm getting ahead of. We're not done with the piss and shit article.
We could be.
We
done.
can be. I mean, we don't necessarily have to stick to.
I
each
do like
article.
talking about shit.
But no, they're giving people this vaccination. Like, okay, when I think of like the worst, the dirtiest places on earth.
Yeah.
I think like if you think of the dirtiest places on earth, it's got to be like, you know, the shores of the fucking beaches in like India, or like, you know, Mexican waterways, or the New York subway.
Yeah. Yes.
And they're giving people the fucking COVID shot in the New York subway.
Yeah.
They're advertising in New York, come on down to the subway, get a free ride, get the COVID shot. And it's like, no,
I don't want
I'm not going to have any kind of exposed wound down there.
Nurse Ratchet is in there. She'll give you some other treatment.
She's about to give you the COVID shot. She drops it on the ground. It's like, oh, shit. Ah,
Let me go get a new one. She just
it's sterile. It's sterile.
Don't be a pussy.
Don't be a fucking
You're in
pussy.
New York. They're just like, don't be a pussy. Just get the
They're
fucking
pissed. They're
shot.
like, you're like, hey, you dropped it. Can I get a new one? You got a whole line behind you. Hey, pussy, take the fucking shot.
It's like
We gotta catch the train.
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
When they're doing the testing, he's like, this one goes in your mouth, this one goes in your ass. And someone is like, hey, hurry up. In the back. Come on.
Yeah, I thought it was bad enough that they're doing them in like parking lots. The New York subway, that's a whole
Yeah,
other
that's
can
a
of worms.
whole other. It's a whole like
It's a whole other level of dirty.
Like I read that article and I was at work today and we were talking, and I didn't mention what it was. I just said, "Has anyone ever been to New York?" I'm like, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't the subway very dirty? And the chick that I was talking to had been, and she goes, "Yeah, when I was there, someone was just pissing right there in front of me." And I go, "They're starting to give the COVID shot. They're giving inoculations in the subway now." And it's just like disgusting. Like,
Well,
they're also serving pizza off the floor there.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
You get a free slice after your shot?
Yeah.
You get a slice and a shot and a Subway.
Yeah.
All in one. What more do you want? Oh, this is America. In the western state of Gujarat, some people have turned to cow shelters to cover their bodies in cow dung and urine once a week. Just once a week.
Okay.
In the hope that it will boost their immunity or help them recover from the virus. See, they're just following the logic. It's like, it kind of works, so part of the time.
So it's like
It's like
going,
if you go to a
to
restaurant.
yeah.
This is that same old wives' tale, like, if you just live a dirty life and expose yourself to a lot, you'll be less sick. And it's like...
How much of a wives' tale is that?
It's true.
I've never seen evidence of it, and everyone claims it's true.
It's true
and
to an extent.
this is just the logical conclusion, like roll around in shit.
Well, yeah.
It's true to an extent.
Should we go get in our septic tank, open it up, and
No,
gimp around a bit?
No, but I do think that, like, if your kid eats dirt at the playground, it's not anything to panic
I preferred
Right.
worms.
Or it's a worm. I don't think that's a big deal. Or if they're around other kids and they're all smearing their gross germs all over each other, that's not a big deal. If you take a shit in someone's mouth, that's
right.
That's
if
toxic.
you take poop and
That's
you
toxic.
start smearing poop on someone, that's a no-no.
That's a
No,
no.
not in the
You don't do
orifices,
that.
right?
No.
Let's see. Are they're keeping it out of the
No.
orifices?
Oh,
right?
I mean, they're smearing it all over themselves. I mean, I think it's a...
If you eat it, is it even...
You don't eat it. You don't eat it. Don't even think about eating it. Cows are considered sacred in India. They're not even the Indians are eating cow shit. Cows are considered sacred in India, with the animal a symbol of life and the earth in the Hindu faith. I think that's really cute that they feel that way about cows. For centuries,
I know, it's
How
kind of sweet.
stupid.
It's really sweet, though.
Hey, cows
It's
are
like-
big. They provide food. They provide life.
They don't provide food for anyone over there because they don't eat them.
Well,
Do they use their milk?
no, they just drink their urine.
Oh.
For centuries, Hindus have
I
used
don't think
cow
so.
dung to clean their homes for prayer rituals, believing it has therapeutic and antiseptic
Oh.
properties. Antiseptic properties.
No wonder why it stinks over there.
Yeah, it smells gross. That's
There's
why-
no-
Their
they're
cities
smearing
are
everything
really.
in shit.
they're not- I don't want. I have no desire.
I've
to
never
go
had a
over
desire.
there.
No offense to anyone in India or
Sorry.
whatever, but like I have no desire.
Seeing
to go
videos
over
of
there.
a lot of the,
yeah.
especially the roads. I ain't driving over there.
You know what?
I don't wanna eat a
a
lot of
controversial statement, but the whole Middle East sounds like a hellscape to me. So just like I have no desire to go to the Middle East at all because it just doesn't sound, unless you're some fucking billion-dollar pedophile who wants to go to Saudi Arabia to one of those fake
I wanna go to
islands or some
Dubai,
shit. But
yeah.
like
I want to see that.
live
shit.
that lifestyle.
Yeah.
I don't know how rich. You
Speaking
gotta be
of that
really rich
shit,
for that.
Melinda caught Bill Gates with some underoos in his mouth and
Now, we
decided
don't-
to leave him.
Now, we don't know for sure.
God damn it, Bill! I told you, no more underoos. He's just smelling little kid underwear in his bedroom. Just yes, my precious.
Oh, God.
Yes,
Yeah. Oh, God.
divorce, Bill. It's a divorce. I'm taking you for all you got. I found the Epstein files.
Yeah, the underwear stuff that he's been doing for years, that always just kind of gave her the creeps. But
What is that?
now that she's seen the
Wow.
files.
What are underoos anyway?
Well, it
Hey,
was
little
really
kid
funny.
underwear.
It was really funny that
I didn't know that.
we made this joke a week ago when we heard about them getting a divorce, and the first
Yeah.
thing you sent me was, she found the files.
She found the files.
You just automatically linked Bill Gates and Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
then
it was
then
a joke. We joked about it for the afternoon. And then now, a few days ago, they say, well, she started filing for divorce as soon as the Epstein shit started to go down.
Well, that's the thing. You are Bill Gates, okay? I don't care. Burger, I don't care if you were a billionaire and I was a billionaire. And you were like, if I was a billionaire and I had my own private jet, I wouldn't be like, yo, Burger, I need to use your private jet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just wouldn't make any sense in the case, in the case of Bill Gates, he's like, I didn't know Jeffrey Epstein. It's like, well, there's flight logs saying you're on his plane 7 fucking times. Who flies on someone's plane 7 times when you're Bill fucking Gates and you have your own goddamn plane?
He's got his own plane.
Well,
it's like so the example I used wasn't that good with the burger thing. But what I'm saying is like Burger and I are like best buds. And if I was rich enough and didn't need to use his plane, I wouldn't use his fucking plane.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, if I was rich, I'd be like, I like my plane. It's set up how I like.
yeah, like
why the fuck would I ride anyone else's
right?
plane?
So then it's like you're obviously on it because it's like, hey guys, weekend in Dubai, let's go. We got all the fucking preteens we want. It's Bakabazi time in the Middle East.
Oh,
It's Thursday. Did you hear Christina P was talking about that on one of the shows? It wasn't about molestation, but she went over to one of those the Bob Hope style shows, where they go WHO or the W whatever. They're the famous kind of shows where they bring comedians over to the troops and they perform for the troops. And so she was over there. She said literally she had to have 2 guards watch her. The 2 guards, it wasn't a thing that she was like, you need to do this. They were commanded to watch her room because the Iraqis that were on the joint ship that they were thing that they were on would have come and they would have raped you. They would have raped the shit out of you. No doubt about it. Oh my God. And she was talking about, that was the thing. She was talking about, she goes, every Thursday is like butt fuck Thursday. And all the Iraqi men start butt fucking each other.
No.
Yes.
But their homosexuality is forbidden in Islam.
It's like this like weird
they get a day off from the Quran.
Yeah, like I said, it's like the
Thursday, bro.
It's like the Bakabazi thing. Like,
right. Or Catholic
it's the looking past it. Well, the who was the Green Beret or whatever, the super duper ranger man who heroically found a little boy tied up to a bed in the Middle East
and beat the shit out of his captor.
Beat the shit out of the captor.
And then was discharged.
And then got dishonorably discharged. And then an edict was brought down from our government like, hey, we know what's going on, but we're not going to do anything about it.
Right.
We're just gonna turn
because you kicked the shit out of an ally. He was an ally. It was Afghanistan, I think.
Bullshit is what it is.
Part of their culture. Gotta respect.
Hey, it's their culture. Just like Chinese owning slaves.
Yeah. That was the Apple thing with the 7. They like there's 7 counts. 7 counts.
Is that what Tim said?
No, I just saw it today.
Tim Apple.
No, there were 7 counts of like forced labor. It's
I
like
just saw
in
his
China.
face.
What?
Weird. Someone's got to figure that out.
Oh.
Yeah. This is straight.
Let's get to the bottom.
You wouldn't expect anything like that.
In China, yeah, you wouldn't expect any kind of nefarious activity. Speaking of nefarious activity, there was a school shooting in Russia today, and Putin was very, very quick to be like, we're strengthening gun laws. Like he clamped down right quick.
Yeah, I didn't.
It seems like such a weird. Does Russia do that regularly like we do?
Well, no, that's the thing. That's what I was thinking. Was that when was the last time you saw a story about a shooting in Russia?
Right, but what I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying.
It's not like they never happened. They've got a ton of people over there.
This is the way this is obviously just my mind. So here we go. The way my mind deciphered that story was they run a tight ship in Russia already anyways. They might be claim that they're like a democracy, but like there's no way Putin's going to get voted out, right?
Do they even claim
they're going to kill people.
I guess they do.
They're going to take out the enemies,
right.
Right? So while you might not see a ton of like fucking free-wielding gunfire going on, this one example, if you wanted to be the conspiracy theorist of like a false flag attack, you have it happen one time that gives Putin the precedence to clamp down, and then now they do like a fucking Nazi style go through the towns and take all your guns away. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, this reeks of something that sounded like if that was the scenario here, someone would be screaming false flag, false flag, false flag. So then it's like we should keep a little pin in that and see what happens now in Russia. If all of a sudden you start looking in the international news and there's Putin, recalling guns from rifle owners, then you start realizing, oh shit.
I think I thought they already had pretty strict gun control laws there.
They do.
A handgun. I don't even think you can have a handgun.
But the guy who did the killing was a registered gun owner.
Right.
So now now they're clamping down again.
Yes. Yeah, but I think maybe the gun he used, I'm not sure. I might be wrong, but I think they said that he used a handgun, like a pistol, but they're already banned. So there was like that particular gun. I might be wrong. I kind of.
I have a CNN article open.
Well, we know that they're fair and just.
Yeah.
Who?
CNN.
Oh, yeah.
24-hour news.
Yeah, the Communist News Network. They're already on it. They knew it was going to happen before it happened. They already had the articles ready. It was like after 9/11, and then they had the Patriot Act printed up like 8 minutes later. It's like 10,000 pages.
The one where they're confused about.
They're like, all right, we got to pass this. We got to pass this in 45 minutes. You got 45 minutes to read 10,000 pages.
Okay, do you trust New York Times?
I tend to go. I tend to not necessarily trust it as much as use it as a source.
Well, I don't want to.
I don't trust hardly any of it. That's the thing. So I
Washington
just you gotta read a lot of
Post,
it.
owned by what? Bezos.
Washington Times is owned by Bezos, or is it Washington Post?
Washington Post.
It got a lot of people.
And New York Times is owned by George Soros.
Cool.
Along with Media Matters.
I mean, here we go. NPR. At least 8 dead in school shooting in Russia. A gunman in Russia's city of Kazan opened fire at a school early Tuesday. He was 19, and it was like they're a bunch of middle schoolers or some
Sounds
shit.
like a Lanza incident. This sounds like Sandy Hook. This is the Russian Sandy Hook.
He is a
21 people were hospitalized.
He's a 19-year-old terrorist who was officially registered as a gun owner and had been arrested in the attack, according to Reuters.
Was he registered as a terrorist before he was registered as a gun owner? I hope not.
The gunman was identified by Russian media, who said he was a former student and had announced his intention to carry out the attack on social media.
God,
authorities did not specify what kind of gun the attacker used.
21 people were hospitalized with wounds after the attack, including 18 children, 6 of them in intensive care, and 3 are adults.
They're ordered checks on all gun owners in the region.
Well, there you go.
Everyone in your area, you're probably guilty.
Well, yeah, just imagine. So imagine if that was here.
Yeah,
you'd have the fucking Gestapo running around the street right now.
We gotta check on you.
Right. You had Robert do a shooting. Crackhead Robert that lives down the road. By the way, he was shouting at me this morning when I was going for my jog. I was freaking out. But I was...
You know what? If he starts shouting at you, that's when you just stop and you say, what are you going to do about it?
No.
What are you going to do?
I'm not going to say that to Crackhead Robert.
He was running. Why are you running?
Well, I'm not sure. I shouldn't say that he was yelling at me.
You ever seen a TV?
I shouldn't say he was yelling at me. He might not have noticed I was there. He was facing my direction, but he was spinning a 2x4 and playing with it and like acting like it was a sword. Have you seen that guy's house?
What does he talk like?
I'm not sure. Remember, he was the crackhead that came up to you and I that night when we were taking off.
I really want to meet this
riding around on his bike. That was the only time I ever talked to him. But no, he was wielding a 2x4. He took the door. He took the deck. No, he took the rails off of his back deck. So you can walk out the door on the second story of his house and just fall off if you're not paying attention.
Oh my God.
But then he took that door off and replaced it with a window.
On the back deck?
So he's just got a window instead of in the door opening of his back deck.
With a deck with no rails?
Yes.
Is there a way to get up on the deck?
And then that window he got from us, by the way.
You sold it to him? Or
yeah, there's a way to get up to it. So there's stairs outside, too. So you can get up to that deck from the outside.
He created a... That seems like something a crackhead would do.
Very crackhead. Well, he took off all the doors to his house and then just leans them up against his house.
Oh, he's probably paranoid about someone getting in, and so he just stays up all night and looks at the one door that's left.
He might be worried about spirits. I think maybe getting in and out, and so he doesn't want to lock them in.
Why do spirits need a door?
Our spirits in the material, our spirits in the material, our spirits in the material world. Have you guys seen the whole gas panic that's going on right now?
No.
So like,
As in fuel?
yeah, I guess there was a cyber attack of one of the pipelines that we have, like one of the largest pipelines we have in our country right now. And that's made a bunch of the Southeast states, speaking of Southeast, like Georgia, North Carolina, everything. Now they're out of gas.
Yeah.
There's no gas. There's a gas panic.
Man, I haven't been watching any news, and then I come here and you guys tell me like all the terrible things that are going on.
Here's the thing that this is what I don't understand about gas, especially our gas prices, right? I looked at a chart, and I have the chart on my phone.
Nice, God. So he collects evidence. This is like he's like the Ross Perot of podcasting.
I'm gonna say thank you for that one. I don't know if that was a dig or
It was a compliment.
Okay,
yeah, Ross Perot is a great American treasure.
I don't have the chart, but I have the stat right here.
Okay.
Let's play a game.
All right.
What? I like games.
Yes, this is trivia. Nice.
How many gallons of motor gasoline, so like for our cars, can you get out of one barrel of crude oil? So
isn't a barrel like 75 gallons or 50?
But then the crude oil is like
because he has to refine it. Yeah.
So what size is the crude?
So there's one barrel of crude oil is 42 gallons.
42.
And you can make 400 gallons of gas out of it.
No.
I don't know.
It's
you
way
retarded?
less.
Well,
You multiply.
How can you get more out of?
You add
because
water.
you mix it with water.
Yeah.
No.
You have to dilute
in
it.
your oil and get gasoline. I've gone to a refinery and they told me, and I forget, but I think it's less than 40%, and it might be way less.
All right, so give us
19 to 20
here.
gallons of gasoline, pretty much. That motor gasoline you can get out of a 42 gallon.
19 to 20?
19 to 20 gallons.
Okay.
Almost half.
It's almost half, right? I looked it up today. You know how much a barrel of gasoline or a barrel of crude oil is right now?
$20.
$67 a barrel.
Fuck. Okay.
So in that one barrel, it's for $67, you can get 20 gallons of gas. But when I go to the gas station and I pay for 20 gallons of gas, it's going to be $70 or so. $60.
So there's no
profit margin.
Yeah. There's got to be markup from the station.
So
the delivery.
Yeah.
The oil, the refinery.
So if you're spending,
I know. Like a year ago, they could barely give this shit away.
What I'm saying is that if you look at the hold on,
I was supposed to be sent an article from my roommate who was telling me first of all, right, there's the wood thing where lumber's crazy.
Oh yeah. That was
but
that chart.
There's like a ton of stuff like that's interconnected where prices are just skyrocketing right now. Like inflation's insane.
Yeah. 70. Okay, so if we went to Leon's and let's just say it's $3.57 a gallon, and we got 20 gallons, $71.04.
Yeah.
So there's obviously a markup there for the barrel of oil, right? But yet the prices are right now $3.50 or whatever. About 10 years ago, at one point, a barrel of crude oil was $145 a barrel, and it was about $4. We never really got higher than $4 a gallon here.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember it was like $4.50 out here. Yeah.
No, there are stockpilers of the oil. And
like that's like because that's what America was for the longest time. I thought we were sitting on a big stockpile, and it wasn't until the Trump administration with all the fracking and everything that the gas prices started kind of going down.
Yeah, we became independent.
The East started, the Middle East started stockpiling when the oil value dropped, so that they wouldn't have to sell.
Yeah, and then there was a ton of it just sitting around.
And now they're going to have a bunch right now to sell at a much better price.
Yeah.
So, okay. When the world changed, 9/11, obviously never been the same again.
For everyone.
2001, the average closing price of a barrel of crude oil was $25.98. It closed $19.96. Okay.
Price of a silver coin.
So the average closing price. So we'll just go off of the average closing price. 2002, 26.19, 31.08, 41.50. This really starts going up in the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Right
Along
in
with
the
housing
sweet
crisis.
spot. Right in the, no, it was before sweet spot. Right in the sweet spot of the Iraq War. 2005, 2006, 2007. You see it go from
Didn't it spike somewhere?
gold-
Oh
years.
yeah.
Golden years of the Iraq War.
56, 64 in 05, 66, 05 and 06. In 07, it went up to 72.34. And that's just the average closing price.
Right.
The high that year, $99.16.
Incredible.
In 2008, around the housing crisis, like Berger said, the average closing price was $99.67.
Goddamn.
Now,
And that's about when I started driving and having to pay for gas.
then it went down to 61,
I couldn't afford to go
79.
anywhere.
Then in 2011, it jumped back up again. 94, 2013, 97, 2014, 93, and then tanked in 2015, tanked down to 48, 43, 50, 65, 56, 39. In 2021, it's been 59.64 or 59.47 has been the average. So my point is, while that fluctuates and the gas prices haven't really changed for us, and so I just feel like we've really been getting bent over and plowed.
Yeah.
Or
Do you remember when we first started playing in a band together? And I had to drive that 1975 Cadillac Eldorado.
Yeah.
It would cost me $10. It cost me $10 to go to your place and back. So it was like, and I was kind of broke at the time. So like every time I'd leave the house, I'd put like $10 or $15, and it would barely get me just
To Everett, right?
15 miles
Yeah.
away and back. That was rotten. That was rotten trying to pay for all that gas. It would cost me $100 a week just in gas, just to do regular shit, run errands.
I was thinking you were gonna say just to go smash or something.
No, I wasn't smashing a lot back then. I didn't have as much confidence as I do now. I gained 40 pounds and now I have more confidence. But I also, I just don't, like, I don't get as self-conscious or embarrassed as I used to. So now I'm just like, hey,
Whatever.
Hey,
wanna
fuck it.
smash?
This is my belly. Fuck you. You
Yeah.
fuck me.
Yeah.
Mm.
Drink a lot of beer. What's up?
It's pretty cool.
Bacon, sausage, roll-ups, and chicken cordon bleu bites, and Cheetos, booze, and propane every day. Oh, won't you come to Leon's today?
All right. So, America's couples getting a divorce. Here's the article from News. Speaking of how much you trust a news site, how do you guys feel about Newsweek?
I don't.
I don't feel either. Yeah. All right. We don't hate them.
Sorry. My mother thought there was weed in the strawberries I gave her. And there definitely wasn't. I got them from Safeway.
No, Mom, no weed in the strawberries, just a fine layer of acid. I dropped a lot of tinctures in there.
I don't know why you got so high, Mom, but it wasn't the strawberries.
What was it? What did you do to your mom?
I didn't. I don't know what she's got going
It
on.
was just Mother's Day. You just went and saw her. You were going to take her to
I
a
gave
wine
her
tasting. Did you do
strawberries.
that? Did you take her to the wine tasting
Mm-hmm.
tour? Oh, that's nice.
It was nice, yeah.
And okay, but you didn't put anything in her wine.
I don't think I did. I mean, out of habit, maybe I made a mistake, but no, I don't do that to my mother. Usually.
Out of habit of spiking people's foods and drinks.
They like to have a good time. They just don't know it until you show them.
Melinda Gates is said to have warned Bill Gates to stay away from Jeffrey Epstein after the couple met with the convicted sex offender in 2013 in New York. The Microsoft founder and his wife announced that they had filed for divorce last week, and the Wall Street Journal reports that the separation of the 25-year marriage has been in the works since at least 2019. Melinda Gates was reportedly, quote-unquote, haunted by her husband's connection with the convicted pedophile financier, that's a nice name, a financier. It's like, what does he actually do? Who died by suicide after he was jailed in 2019, per the Daily Beast.
She was haunted.
She was haunted.
That's what she said.
Allegedly.
You know, why wait
Bless
so
you.
long? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're really haunted, if you're
Wasn't that over a year ago?
She said, yeah, 2019 was.
But that's the thing.
Oh, it's like 2.
Epstein was arrested for the first time in like 08 or 09 or something.
I thought it was like 13.
Was it that late? Oh, it might have been. Might have been that late.
Oh, I could be wrong.
No, the couple. It says Jeffrey Epstein, after the couple met with the convicted sex offender in 2013. So that's when they met with him. But no, I think.
And he was a convicted sex offender then, right?
Right. This was because I remember like 10 years ago.
Well, yeah, people were calling for Jeffrey Epstein's head years ago and saying this guy's a monster.
But it wasn't CNN and it wasn't Fox or MSNBC.
Well, here's what happened. All right,
let's hear
news.
it.
2013.
What happened was
We gotta make a theme. We gotta make a news theme song.
And then just have it in the section. Just be here's what happened.
Da 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 da.
Here's what happened.
And then without any research,
Breaking news here.
Here's what really fucking happened. Okay. Yeah.
Here's what really happened. Dot dot dot.
You had Jeffrey Epstein get, for whatever reason, he pissed off the Mossad and the CIA people that he was working for. The Mossad is obviously
Saudi Arabia.
No, the Mossad is
Iran.
Is the Israeli.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Israeli Secret Service.
Yeah, they all all those Middle Eastern names. They all just kind of sound.
So
the
he
same
pissed
to
off
me.
the Mossad and the CIA, and they had to get rid of him. He was a casualty of their psyops and their shit.
Mm-hmm.
And this time around, since the media outlets like CNN and MSNBC were trying to really railroad Trump, they thought this is how they'd get him, but didn't take into account that Bill Gates and Bill Clinton and Jamie Foxx and whoever else were dipping their shit into little kids' junk at Epstein Island as well. So with the Trump stuff, none of it stuck because the more people dug, they couldn't dig too deep. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't dig.
Then they start uncovering their buddies.
Right. They start going, oh shit, oh. And then that Homer gif of him just like slipping back into the bushes just happens.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's like Jeffrey Epstein, pedophile, financier, philanthropist, was friends with that evil pig Donald Trump, and Clinton wrote on his plane a few times, but Trump, look at this video of him and Epstein looking at of age women ogling over them.
Yeah, there's that one picture of Donald Trump like standing next to him and like patting him on the shoulder.
There's a video.
There's video.
Yeah.
And then there's the one picture is Trump and Melania. And Melania's doing like duck face, like drunk bitch duck face pose. Mm-hmm. And then there's Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein standing there looking like just like two evil motherfuckers. You just mean like I don't know, maybe it's just me. And it could just be my own bias I have against those type of people. But like they just look evil.
Some people just have the evil look.
Evil. Like right? no matter what, like Jeffrey Epstein, no matter what, like even if I didn't know who or what he was, if I saw a picture of him or if I saw him in person, I would be like, oh, I wouldn't want to be alone with that guy.
Yeah.
Like, that guy fucks people, against their will.
Some people have the look. It's not that they don't make
look. You got the look.
Sorry. To me, he looks wealthy.
No, but it's weird.
He
There's a weird
looks wealthy and
yeah.
There's it's an eye contact thing. It's serial killer eye contact. If you look at the way that Ted Bundy looks at people and look at the way that Jeffrey Epstein looks at people, it's the same. It's predatory. They have a predatory way of looking.
What have you seen a certain video of him? Or?
No,
there's not a lot of video evidence of him,
Right.
actually.
Yeah.
There's not enough. Here's the thing.
The most I've seen of
Yes.
him was that Trump video where they're like
That's right.
partying. And
There's not a lot of video of Jeffrey Epstein. There's not enough. How do I word this? There's so little footage of Jeffrey Epstein that certain conspiracy theorists believe that he wasn't even a real person.
This is exciting. I'm really excited about
this
this.
gets you off.
Oh, I've heard the theory, but I haven't delved into it. But that's a really fascinating thing because
I like the video of him with Trump. I thought they looked like they're having fun. They look like a
Oh,
fun
dude,
party.
they were both on fucking amphetamines.
Oh yeah,
or whatever. Like
looked
they were on
they
dick
were-
pills. You
They
know,
were fully awake, and all
And
the
fully
girls
erect.
dancing were not
fully awake and fully erect.
drunk.
Come over here,
I
sit
didn't
on my
see
penis.
anything,
You right there, you're gonna sit on my penis. I'm gonna smell my finger. That's by Donald
disgusting.
Trump for you.
Are you saying he was unfaithful to Melania?
I don't know what time.
Yeah,
period this
I am
was.
saying he was unfaithful
Well,
probably
yeah,
to every.
we know he was.
Dude,
right?
unfaithful to every fucking wife he's ever had or girlfriend or whatever. It's also the same guy who hired Russian prostitutes to
remember that?
piss all over
now
each other.
that was
Hey,
all
what
in a
happened to
bathroom.
that was a psyop.
You guys are gonna pee on the bed that Obama's gonna sleep on while I jerk my little Peter off in the corner.
What happened to that goofy lawyer that represented the porn
Scaramucci.
actress?
Oh. Wait, was this not Scaramucci?
No.
But that was the guy who was
he
like
did
for a
have
week.
an Italian name though.
No, there's a,
Papadopoulos? That's great.
no, there's a guy.
not-
Remember the guy, the Scaramucci or whatever, the guy that was around for like a week.
Yeah,
and
if
they
that-
really
He was
rode
around
him
for a
hard. He's
while.
like
Yeah,
this
Anthony
greaser guy.
Scaramucci. He was like a spokesman. He was like the.
Hey! So the president likes to see chicks pee on
no,
themselves.
that's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the lawyer who was prosecuting Donald Trump or
for
his,
Stormy Daniels.
yeah.
What
And then
was
he
his name?
started trying to do more shit, and then it turned out he was doing shit.
Of course.
It was such a weird thing. Do you
Of
guys
course.
remember that?
That's what happens when you start trying to
They're
bury
like, you
somebody.
know what? You're trying to attack us.
Again,
We're gonna dig up.
You start projecting your insecurities onto people. Sometimes you get a mirror held back at you.
He was just like a total con man, and he'd like ditched some state where he had fucked someone over, and now they were like, "Hey, that's that guy."
Wait, her lawyer wasn't the same guy that represented Casey Anthony, was he?
Oh, that'd be interesting to know.
Because that guy was a real sleazebag. Because supposedly, like Casey Anthony
yeah, this
was
is
giving
the guy
that
I'm
guy
thinking of.
blowies.
Avenatti. Michael Avenatti.
Okay.
God, that just
The
sounds.
Stormy Daniels
from
thing-
battling Trump
that
to
just-
fighting his own legal woes.
That just sounds like a scumbag. Well, what did he do?
Michael Avenatti, who represented porn star Stormy Daniels in her case against Donald Trump, faces 2 trials this year for allegedly stealing money from clients, including Daniels.
Look, Stormy. I tell you, look.
Avenatti, who briefly considered running for president, has already been convicted of trying to extort up to $25 million from Nike.
Look,
Remember
hey,
that?
this is Avenatti calling for Mr. Nike. All right, listen. I'm not going to get off the phone for less than $25 million, and you know why? I want all the
Look
unmarked
at this
bills.
fucking...
Like,
You can tell he's a fucking... he's a shyster.
I deliver. That's the
I
thing,
deliver. We made a deal. You told me a long time ago. You said, Mr. Avenatti, I love what you do. I want you to be on my retainers for lawyer. And then all of a sudden, you're not my client no more. I say, I represent Nike, and they you know how embarrassing all that I went through? You know how much that hurt? I'm trying to run for president. And I'm out here telling people I represent Nike and the Honorable Miss Stormy Daniels.
I don't know. There was a lot of greasy stuff that people, my people, were kind of looking into your background.
Hey, what's
Mr.
done?
Avenatti, I don't know. It was
What's
a little
done
greasy.
is done. What's done is done. Okay, so sure,
Don't hate the play, hate the game.
I got to make a buck. Do I want to do this for freeze? Yeah, sure. I'd like to represent people for freeze, but I can't. I gotta make a living. This is America. You understand?
I can only do so many pro boners.
I can only do so many pro boners, Stormy Daniels. I can only do so many pro boners. Yeah, he told me he'd pay me in pro. I asked him if he would do pro bono, and he dropped his pants, and his erect penis started poking me, and he was like, "How's this for pro boners?" Hey,
You said you was pro boners.
That one's for freeze, but the rest are.
You won't notice the rest, missing.
I'll bill you for the rest. I'll bill you for the rest.
You know what? Bill should get this guy as his divorce attorney.
That was for freeze. Like his dick is just
Look,
the golden goose egg.
Look, okay, all right, Your Honors. My client, Mr. Gates here, shouldn't have to pay anything for Melinda. She's fine. She's got everything. So what? So she comes in the room. I feel like he should more represent Melinda Gates. I feel like he could really.
Only she's not he'd at least have a leg up. She's not a porn star that's trying to sue the president.
Your Honor, he walked in. She walked into the marital bedroom, and her husband had a pair of underoos stuffed down his throat, sucking down on little kids' undies. Okay, she found the thumb drive with all the pictures. What pictures are you talking about? Strike that from the record. There was no pictures. You know what I'm talking. Anyways,
Michael Avenatti facing more than 40 years in prison, now representing
Melinda Gates.
Melinda,
I really like what he did.
We're in this together, Melinda.
For the Stormy Daniels case against that pig Donald Trump, and since my husband was friends with Epstein and he was good pals with Trump, I feel like Mr. Avenatti can help me the most.
I really feel
I really like his pro boners.
No, she's gonna have to get a Dianne Feinstein in her. But no, what's her name? What's her name? What's the lawyer?
Marsha Clark from the OJ from the OJ.
No, there's the chick that represents all the women.
Marsha Clark.
No, it's a different person.
Marsha Clark?
But I'm thinking Feinstein's the senator from California, and I'm thinking somebody. Goddamn, I can't think of it. There's a woman.
AOC?
No, there's a woman lawyer who's represented like all the big women cases of the last 20 years.
Me Too lawyer?
Hey, there you go. You might be able to figure something out there.
The only chick I can think of is Marsha Clark, the one who went against OJ and arrogantly thought that she could win by just
the first person that comes up when you type in Me Too lawyer is Doug Wigder.
Wow, that's a chick that I'm thinking of. It's an old lady. She's been around forever.
How sexist. The men can't even let the women be the good lawyers for the Me Too movement.
Yeah,
you know what
bullshit.
I mean? Like, shit.
DC's leading Me Too lawyer, Deborah Katz. Talking about Katz?
No.
Meow.
Gloria Allred.
Oh.
God. She looks like Dianne Feinstein to me. That's who I'm thinking of. No, but this is going to be the perfect opportunity for Melinda Gates to come out as she was born a trans person, and then imagine the sympathy she's going to get in the courtroom.
I felt that I felt that I felt that I had to marry Bill because of traditional standards in the world, and I felt that it would be good for me
getting ahead in my career.
Getting ahead in my philanthropist ways.
Melinda Gates, actually a man and actually an Asian that has had hate crimes committed against her.
Oh, there you go.
Melinda Gates and Elliot Page to marry.
Oh my God. If that happens, you know the world's not real. You know we're all just characters in a simulation. If that is what
Melinda Gates, Elliot Page, and
Caitlyn
Jenner found in a Hollywood bathroom.
Or Caitlyn Jenner will become the governor of California.
When asked for a quote, Miss Gates deferred to her lawyer, Mr. Avenatti. Look, my client can munch as much box in any bathroom as she wants. You understand? She's Melinda Gates. Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Fuck yourself.
Who do you who's the man in this picture? Who is the man in this relationship?
Well, I believe that's a 80-year-old Ellen DeGeneres on the right and a...
Who's that actress who's got, like, who's older now? White hair, she has short hair.
Tilda Swinton. Helen Mirren.
I don't remember their name.
Glenn Close.
Whoever's got...
Bill Gates looks like looks like a scrawny
Bill Gates looks like a
Glenn
lesbian.
Close.
Yeah.
Looks like a lesbian. And Melinda Gates looks like Chad Channing, the former drummer of Nirvana. Melinda Gates...
I was like, Melinda Gates just looks like
Melinda Gates is pissed off that she didn't get on the Nirvana train, so she married into the
Gates.
The next best thing.
She still want to be part of the Seattle scene.
Yeah, originally, I was the drummer for a little band called Nirvana, but Cobain didn't like me, so I had him killed once me and Bill got married in '94.
I was thinking she just looked like a younger Steve Martin with a wig on.
You said Steve Martin, I immediately thought Steve Harvey, and I was like, well, no, she doesn't have a mustache.
Steve Martin.
Survey says.
Yeah. Well, you see, and that was the thing. Like when they announced the divorce, and I just thought it was so funny because they were saying that there was no prenup, but yet they weren't going to get sticky with anything. So it was like, oh, she caught Bill sucking on a pair of dirty underoos, and now she has him by the balls, and she can name her price.
Yeah.
Because why would it, why, if you're the richest man in the world, why wouldn't you have a prenup for one?
Do you think they're into, he acts like a child with her?
No, I think they've never kissed.
I was gonna say I don't know if they've ever had sex.
They're just when they sit next to each other.
It's nothing. It's like a.
It's like
a couple of nerds.
Honestly, the way it looks like a middle-aged woman sitting next to her elderly aunt.
Yep. It does. He looks very
woman-like. He's got look at his chest. He's got old lady titties in that sweatshirt. I mean, it looks like there's old lady tits
always crossing
in his sweatshirt.
Hands
He's crossing his hands,
and
he's very
slumps over.
He's like, oh,
not again, Melinda. Ow.
And yet he owns the vaccine to save the world.
Yeah,
and he's refusing to let just any old country produce it.
Yeah,
he's got the good factories.
This is the most evil man in the world. This man is just so frightening.
Is he really?
I'm not talking about Melinda. I'm talking about Bill.
But he's not even as rich as Elon or.
It's what he pushes. It's like what he wants to do. It's a weird thing for him to be involved.
Elon and Bezos are into some really.
But those guys, I feel like with Elon and Bezos, those guys are.
They're like the cool young guys.
They're new, yeah, exactly. He's the established.
I think they're all doing the same kind of shit.
I think Elon is an alien
from outer space. Okay. Yeah.
Cue the music. Here's what really happened. Here's the way it is. Here's the way it really is. What was the name?
Here's what really happened.
Here's what really happened. All right.
It's like the end of. It's the third ending of Clue.
Here's what really happened. I tried watching Elon Musk's monologue from Saturday Night Live, and as I'm watching him, he made a comment about he had Asperger's. So I was like, oh, so him and that Greta cunt have the same thing,
right?
So then he brought his mom out, and I was watching their mannerisms, and I turned it off after that. But I was watching them, and I'm like, these are aliens in human body, like I people music, hello, hi, eyes is Elon Musk.
Did he look more like that than Zuckerberg?
And here's my human mother.
Yeah, Zuckerberg at least just looks kind of like a guy who
he's in the process of getting caught.
I like Zuckerberg.
He's a child who took a dump under the bed.
Yeah, he's like,
and mom's finding
he's like Tom Hanks's character in Big. Like he's like a 12-year-old child in a grown man's body. He's just like, I wouldn't poop. And like Elon Musk looks like an alien. Like he's in a body he's a skinwalker.
To me,
At least they
Mark
got the
Zuckerberg
nose
just
right.
looks like he looks like the
He's got
guilty.
the nose right.
Mark Zuckerberg looks like the guilty guy in a lineup. When you
I
have
like
to point out the
Zuckerberg.
killer.
I like
you have to point
having.
out the rapist.
It's just funny because when I think of Zuckerberg and I think of Facebook, I think of fucking old McLovin, Eisenberg from the movie.
I know.
And like I like to think of that as
Yeah, I don't like either of those people.
because like at least Jesse Eisenberg has like a face that like you can read the emotion off of it,
Mhm.
as where Mark Zuckerberg is just like a pale blank kind of face.
Eisenberg has got kind of. I always thought he had a kind of a heavy brow.
Oh yeah, definitely heavy brow. Yeah.
But who was I thinking of? Oh, who's the Amazon guy again? Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Yeah, now he's like the guy. He's like a super.
He looks like he's got.
Yeah, he's
He
a
was
Bond
in
villain.
some kind. He's a Bond villain that was in some kind of acid attack or something in his face, and that's why he's part of why he's so evil. I mean, there's
See,
some.
a lot of these people
he's
look like
he's a Bond villain who like it's obvious that he's doing evil shit.
That's a Bond villain for
but
sure.
like they have
sinister.
He is so like there's so many channels and like avenues that keep him away from the shit that happens.
Yeah.
To where like he's not directly responsible, so you know
He's
what
like
I
George
mean?
Soros. He's very disconnected from the things that he is associated with.
Right, and George Soros is associated
with like the Media Matters and those like really far left think tanks that all contribute to like Antifa and domestic terrorist attacks. But then he's like like 7 degrees. He's 7 degrees from everything. So he like donates to a company that donates to this, that provides to this company that funds domestic terrorist attacks.
He looks to me like
Candle in the wind.
George Soros is another one of those
like
people that looks
Silva
evil.
in Skyfall when he removes the teeth and his
you're
face
still on
just
Bond.
sinks in.
Yeah. No,
Do you remember that? Did you see that one?
Never saw it.
all these evil people look like they've had their faces grafted on from skin from their ass.
He's got
cheek.
like
It's fucking Javier Bardem. It's fucking Anton Chigurh.
and there's
Call
this
it.
cool scene where
Carlton here.
he looks fine, right?
I don't know what I'm calling for.
Call
Just
it. It's your life.
What am I? What? Everything.
Your wager everything.
I don't know. Well, I don't know what I'm wagering. Everything. I cannot call it for you.
That's a masterpiece.
Yeah. Love that movie.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Yeah, all these super evil people that look evil all look like they had their faces grafted on from skin from their ass. George Soros is another
This
one of
is
those people
Jeff
that
Bezos.
looks like pure evil.
I'd have to see him bald.
Yeah, he's got blonde hair in this
Mm.
in Skyfall.
Yeah.
And he just looks like a Latin heartthrob serial killer, man.
I don't
Yeah,
see how he's a
whose face is
heartthrob.
falling
He's
off his
always
skin.
looked kind of creepy to me.
Yeah, but just, I'm just trying to think of what like women like, for whatever reason.
I don't know what the
they like
fuck they
steely Latin men who will
Not
Or serial
anymore.
left
killers.
them all night.
Not anymore. Now, but they like little guys now. That's what Tim Dillon was saying. They like Timothy
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
they've always like those kind of like androgynous.
I thought this was kind of a cute chick. This Timothy Chalamet guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very pretty boy.
He's the guy on
man.
Grindr who doesn't respond to my messages.
No, not you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's like, yeah, not my type. I was like, what can I do? He's like, I don't know.
Do you have a 10
Get
pack?
braces, lose weight, kill yourself. All right. Here's an article from the Western Journal.
He's the guy on Grindr. He's the guy on Grindr that would message you back. I've never been on Grindr, so I don't know this, but I just
Thank you for
bear with
clarifying.
me. He's the guy that'd be like, actually, yeah, I think I'm into chicks now.
Yeah. It's like Epiphany. Sorry, just Epiphany.
I think I'm into chicks. I'm gonna try chicks for a while now, because I'm so pretty I could bang both.
Yeah. He's like,
I'm gonna
yeah, you
switch
just
back over
reminded
to
me.
Tinder.
You just reminded me I can do better. like in probably any avenue in my life. Like you just reminded me that I sunk to rock bottom by being on this app to begin with.
Shouldn't be seeing people like you.
Now everyone on the app, it used to be STD free, and now it's fully vaccinated. Or they do half vax too. They do half vax. I'm half vaxxed. It's like, what is?
I thought the only thing that you hope to see is half snipped, right?
No, I like no snip.
No snip.
I like excess.
What the hell would half snip be? An accident?
There's a thing. Yeah, they do it in Muslim countries. They do like a half snip.
Okay.
Or it's botched.
Or they just botch the whole thing.
They botch the
because they don't have doctors do it. They have like the oldest uncle or something.
And he's got like shaky hands.
Mm-hmm.
I just got the penis.
Mm-hmm.
I just see this. Oh fuck.
Oh.
Ay.
Hey, different cultures, different strokes for different folks.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, he's a man of means, but along comes two. They got nothing but the dreams. They got different strokes to rule the world. Yes, it does. It takes different strokes to rule the world. Bum bum.
That was beautiful.
Different Strokes was performed in front of a live studio audience.
All right. Well, here's an article from the Western Journal. Not sure how much flack we'd get from an article like this. See, I don't ever read the news. So if I see something that's anti-Bill Gates, I'm like, okay, this must be like a right-wing thing. Like there's, you know what I mean? Like anytime that someone's criticizing somebody, it's all coming out now after the divorce. Reports reveal Bill Gates as alleged womanizer.
Oh, yeah. I like to put my Peter inside a woman.
I'd like to
Bill, I'm not really comfortable with that. All right, you got to shut your mouth now and just kind of go along with it. You hear?
Just lay there. Just lay there and be quiet.
Shh, quiet.
I'm Bill Gates.
Shh.
I like to fantasize I'm having sex with a corpse.
I like to fantasize I'm having sex with a child on Jeffrey Epstein's island.
That is also dead.
Shh. Can you play? Is there any way you could play a dead 11-year-old girl, please? Can you play a dead 11-year-old boy? Can you just play dead?
And then Francis McDonald is
Francis McDermott.
Francis McDermott. She's like, that's a role I haven't tried before. I want to expand my work. All right.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Let's give it a shot. Oh, that sounds nice. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. So who knew? Last week, Bill Gates and his wife of 27 years, I thought it was 25, Melinda French Gates, announced they were divorcing. It took many of us by surprise. Suddenly here there'd been a little trouble in paradise. The two put in a joint statement, your standard divorce, fair, and asked for some space and privacy. Sure, Bill, we can do that. Oh, he made a tweet. Bill Gates did.
Right. I remember reading the tweet, but it was right after their divorce statement said it was irreconcilable? Irretrievable.
I've heard of unreconcilable differences.
That's what it was.
But theirs was irretrievable.
I sure?
Think.
No,
yeah.
Yeah, look and see what it said.
Yeah, Mr. Fax Machine. Because I thought it was a weird word for them to use. Here's Bill Gates' tweet. After a great deal of thought and a lot of work on our relationship, we have made the decision to end our marriage. Over the last 27 years, we have raised 3 incredible children and built a foundation that works all over the world to enable all people to lead healthy, productive lives. We continue to share a belief in that mission and will continue our work together at the foundation.
It was irretrievably broken.
Irretrievably broken. I've never heard that term.
Yeah.
But I've never gotten a divorce because nobody would ever love me enough to marry me to begin with. We continue to share a belief in that mission and we'll continue to work together at the foundation, but we no longer believe we can grow together as a couple in this next phase of our lives.
That sounds
you don't have another phase.
That's like, a put on!
This is the phase where you do crosswords and relax and just watch Wheel of Fortune.
This is Cyborg.
Have supper, fall asleep on the Davenport.
I was watching one of those Best of Leon videos from Curb Your Enthusiasm, and there's a great line, and he's like, well, let me know. I love a good mystery. Watching Columbo at 3 o'clock in the morning one night, and motherfucker had me thinking that I did that shit. That tweet just sounds like, obviously it's like a canned kind of tweet. It wasn't like he was like on the toilet like typing that out.
Yeah.
But it definitely, coming from his side of the party, it sounds like something where it's like, all right, Melinda, I put out the tweet you asked me to put out. All right?
I had my assistant put out the tweet that you asked.
Please give me the thumb drive back and the box of Underoos. I need those back. You cannot hold on to those anymore, Melinda. I need them. They're my precious. Precious. My precious. Imagine him on Epstein's plane. The closer they're getting to his island, like he's like kind of piddling himself like a puppy, like on the seat. You know,
Italy?
Epstein's just sitting there like smugly, you know, like doing whatever drugs he is. Fuck. Bill Clinton's playing the fucking saxophone, like jerking off or some shit. Like the flight attendant's like, you know, having to like jerk his butt off.
He
picks the ugliest flight attendant.
Yeah,
that's
like,
his type.
hey, you toots, get over here and jerk my dick off while I play this saxophone while Bill Gates pees himself.
Well,
and Bill
okay.
Gates is just sitting there like he's like crouched completely up onto the seat and it's like butt naked and he's just peeing like straight down the seat. Precious,
oh yeah, as they approach the island, they see the island coming over the horizon. He just starts going.
Yep. Epstein's just like standing in the front, just like, welcome to Rape Island.
It's like Jurassic Park.
Dun, dun,
Oh my God.
There's like a
You're
playground.
ruining everything.
There's a playground with a merry-go-round and stuff. There's like all these kids just innocently playing, and I want that one. I want that one. I want that one.
They drive a go-kart like through the playground, and they're
He doesn't want to be fed.
Wait till you get over to the Hong Kong wing. They have Asians. Did you hear that they have Asians?
They have a Hong Kong wing.
Oh my God.
They have a Tyrannosaurus. They have a Tyrannosaurus.
He doesn't want to be fed.
Apparently
He
Elon
wants
Musk.
to hunt.
Elon Musk or some. I read something recently where they're like starting to like fuck around with those.
Elon Musk says everything crazy. Just to get people fucking ready to go.
But I feel like there's someone he's working with that's actually fucking around with that shit.
He's like, trust me, invest in Dogecoin and I'll make Jurassic Park happen.
Did you see that they found mushrooms? They found what they believe is mushrooms growing on Mars.
No.
There was like a picture that Popular Mechanics released last week that said that it was what they believed was mushrooms growing on Mars to show an actual sign of life on Mars.
So there has to be water for mushrooms, doesn't there?
Well, it's a mushroom's a living organism, so there'd be.
Yeah, they need H2O. Hydrogen
I didn't know if you were
oxygen.
looking it up or not.
What?
The mushroom thing. Sorry.
There's so many things we were talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like
my bad.
lost.
We went from this totally horrible, disgusting subject to something really fascinating that could change the future of humanity.
I'm like typing in
what?
Elon Musk. I'm like, I don't even remember.
Oh, Elon Musk, Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's
why does he want to create a Jurassic Park?
I'm pretty sure they're working on some shit like that right now.
It's like his big mission to Mars. It's like until I take a flight to Mars,
Austin American
I don't believe
Statesman?
anybody's
What the
gone to
fuck is
Mars.
that?
I don't even know if there is a Mars.
I don't even
Right.
know.
Right.
Could just be a red light up on
Bloggers.
the,
Scientists
up on
claim to spot fungus growing on Mars in NASA rover photos. PolitiFacts ruling false.
Oh.
Here's why. A group of scientists claims they have found proof of life in the form of fungi on Mars, according to a blog post and post on social media. Scientists claim to spot fungus growing on Mars in NASA rover photos. Read a Futurism article, headline, Mars, Magic Mushrooms, Life on Mars, Shock Claim as Growing Fungi, Spotted in Mars Curiosity rover Snaps. Read another in The Sun. The articles point to a study published by a group of scientists titled Fungi on Mars, ? Evidence of growth and behavior
the
from
inflection was enough evidence that there
Question
was a
mark?
question mark there.
sequential images. The posts were flagged as part of Facebook's efforts to combat false news and misinformation.
All right.
Hold on.
Well, you know what? I don't give a shit.
But I'm just saying, and I'm trying to find it right now. The article I read was on Popular Mechanics, which is an actual like science magazine.
Yeah.
Here we go. Mushrooms on Mars, Popular Mechanics.
There you go.
Scientists believe these photos show mushrooms on Mars. Not so fast.
Oh.
All right. Was that just
They
see
must
a
have
headline?
just updated it.
Okay. You know what? We have a moon. It's not that far away. Can we please go to the moon?
Well,
Can we
there's no need to. We've already been there.
It's hollow.
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
the
want to.
excuse.
We don't want to
That's
find
the
out what's in
excuse.
there.
That's the thing. We don't want to find out what's on the dark side of the moon. We don't
Been
want to find
there,
out what's on
done
the
that.
inside.
They hit that. To quote Leon again, they already tore that ass up. Tore that ass up. Then move on.
They didn't tear that ass up.
They did. They went
got
there
and they got the fuck out.
They went there. They played
Yeah.
some golf. They tore that ass
No,
up, and they got out.
I want to see it
If
torn
you
up.
played golf,
I want to see
Why?
a drill. We need to send a drill.
No.
We need a core
He
to the
wants
center of the
us
moon.
to-
It's hollow.
to gape the
Of
moon.
course.
He wants to sing a pink sock of a moon left.
Oh God!
That's
Why would
right.
we want a pink sock of the moon?
We
That'll
want to
ruin
see
all of our tides. They'll ruin the tides. They'll ruin the crops.
We don't need to
a
go.
little hole. It doesn't have to be 45 miles wide. It could just be, I want to just core down a little bit, just like what they do on Oak Island. Hey, we don't have to tear up
That
Nova
was
Scotia.
a dumb show. They
We
didn't
just
find
want to
anything.
get to the little. We just want to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop.
Why?
I don't see what's so hard, especially since everybody seems to be able to just produce
what's
trillions of dollars
What's the point?
to explore it more.
The rich
it
guys
hasn't
wanna-
been
We
explored.
should
guys wanna
explore
go to
the
Mars.
moon or the Mars. That's what we should explore.
Or
No.
the deep ocean.
We should go explore where we used to live.
Okay. We used to live in the center of the moon because that's where the aliens live because it's an alien base.
I've always,
The
The moon,
I've always
the
lived
moon is
here.
too large in relative to the Earth to have the mass that it does. It
No,
has to be
the,
hollow and able to keep that mode
There's
of
the
gravity.
idea
You
that-
need
there's
to be
the
able to
idea
do
that-
a lot of math to prove that.
There's the idea that civilization lived on Mars and ruined the past civilization lived on Mars and ruined the environment and everything, which is why it's red now. And it used to be like an Earth-like planet, but they wore out all the resources and then fled to Earth
Yeah.
and started living here.
Well, it's a huge temperature
And-
adjustment you have to do for the body. I mean, the Mars is a lot further from the sun. It's very cold. So we just had to come here and adjust our internal body temperatures.
we used
But it's, I mean,
we used to be 500 feet tall.
no, but think of how fascinating it is that,
Evolution!
no, not Motorhead.
Yeah.
Not
go on.
WWF Motorhead. There's the one of the weird, like really crazy things if you think about the idea of a past civilization that has totally been eviscerated. Any evidence has been eviscerated except for, drawings and clues and little things. Is that if you think about the
Seems
Titanic being
convenient.
underwater,
Yeah.
that in like 20 years there will be no more evidence that a ship ever sank in that area.
Yeah,
It'll
but
be
then
totally
how
not-
come they can find old, like really
Like Roman
old
stuff?
ships out in the Mediterranean? And
I
stuff?
think it depends on the conditions.
The material and the type of water that they're in.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Because those ones are
The
are
Titanic
almost
was
long
all
gone, too.
bullshit, anyways.
Well, it was all metal in the middle.
Well, no, it was all bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's what really happened.
No,
Cue the music. Here's how it really happened. Okay, White Star
we
Line.
need to get that down better. We got to practice. I'm sorry.
I can't remember what it is. Well, I can't remember what was it again? Here's what really happened.
Here's what really happened.
Here's what really happened. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, I meant our song.
Oh, the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes like this. It goes
Down.
Here's what really happened. ... We'll always call you family at the Eagles, where a banquet room can be rented anytime, with a heavy pour and some love in a home-cooked meal. We'll put your plaque on the patio when you die. We'll always call your family at the Eagles. We'll always call your family at the Eagles. We'll always call your family. I could just keep going and going and going reading this.
How did we get off on the Titanic tangent?
Dude, fuck if I know. We've been going for a while.
All right,
We're just going.
All right, well, I guess that there's no better way to get out of here then.
That's right.
I've been going to get out of here. It's hot in here. I want to open the door.
Yeah, I know. I want to turn on the air conditioner.
Everybody tune in this Saturday. The day has finally come, everyone. It's finally here. This Saturday, May 15th. Mark the calendars, twitch.tv / or / whatever you want to call it. Brute _ fruit. Tim's bachelor party. He's getting jerked off on camera, guys.
All right, here we go.
Wait. It's finally official.
So that's not happening.
Yeah, man, we got it. It's fine. It's Twitch. It'll be good.
We'll cover your face, like
Yeah.
you said.
The marriage isn't happening.
Wait, what?
Why not?
It's off.
The wedding's
off.
next weekend.
Yeah, we've been invited. We're part of the ceremony. We've already got our tickets booked.
It's been.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I thought.
Wow.
Well, yeah, Helen's basically. I thought I told you guys. Helen's. She's in a coma. She's
A coma?
Yeah, she went into anaphylactic shock in New Mexico. Got like stung by something, and they said she only had like a 30% chance of life. But she probably has like brain damage, so we're gonna pull the plug.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's really sad.
A 30% chance, I think, is decent. I think that's worth holding on to. Like, that's hope.
30% chance of living, but like after, she's gonna be, she's not gonna be the same anymore. I know Helen wouldn't want to live that way. So,
what are the chances of her becoming a?
So it's just
like
all
that?
over?
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Jeez.
Pretty shocking.
That's why we haven't seen you in a little bit, huh?
Yeah. I mean, been busy with a lot of stuff. Cancellations. Talking to the family,
Jesus.
Doctors. But, it's just we go through changes in life.
Wow. I'm really sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I felt really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed.
I imagine you were about to get married to someone and she's an old lady. I figured, cardiac arrest maybe, but this is shocking. And no pun intended, anaphylactic shock.
It was terrible.
And then,
I wasn't there either. It was, she was with her daughter.
She's with her daughter. That was down because you guys were gonna get married in New Mexico.
Yeah,
so she was down there.
Yeah.
So what do we do with? Hold on. What do we do with our the ticket? Are the tickets refundable?
I don't know. You're gonna have to figure that out on your own.
Hotel and
I didn't invite you, so you're gonna have to figure out your own cancellation program. You might have to get, I think for a few things we had to get just a credit. And you can apply that like at any location of the same what's it called? Chain. If you went to a chain.
Oh man. I don't know.
So
I have like a tux and stuff that I got,
who makes the decision? Like, who's making the decision about the plug? Like, who?
Oh, well, she had power of attorney transferred to me not too long ago. So technically it's me, but of course you consult everyone in the family and you make a decision after speaking with them. Some people, there's a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And not everyone necessarily agrees, but just gotta do what's right.
You've got a friend at dawn.